and I'm here with Dominic Crapuchettes, and he's going to be showing us Heroes Wanted. Okay, so I'm seeing some superheroes here. What's this game about?
Okay, this is Super Wits and Wagers. It is a team game, and it's a game where you're going to have to choose whether you're on the hero side, fighting for truth and justice and all that's good in the world, or whether you'd rather mess with people's plans, cause havoc, and have fun.
Be the wild card.
Be the wild card. Those are your two options. So basically, this game is trying to be a party game with strategy.
Okay.
And it's a genre which I think is really, really hard to do.
Yeah.
And which is why we see very, very few examples of like a party game where you'll be laughing and playing, and there's actually a level of interesting strategy that strategy gamers can engage with and have fun with.
Interesting.
The reason why it's really, really tough, I'm a game designer, so I don't know if people care about game design stuff out there, but strategy kind of pulls you away from people.
Yeah.
And into like, move this here, and there's often a lot of accounting. And all of that accounting pulls people away from like engaging.
Yeah.
And so what we've done with this game is your superpower can be activated or not activated, and you're figuring out when to activate it, and they all have synergies with the other superpowers. So you're working as a team, talking with each other, trying to figure out how to mitigate your risks, given... So actually, I should maybe backtrack a little bit for people who don't know Wits and Wagers.
Yeah.
So Wits and Wagers is a betting game disguised as a trivia game, and it's a very, very good seller. It's won, I think, more awards than any other party game in history. It is. We sold close to 2 million copies now, and we have decided not to just throw out another quick spin-off to try to earn money. We have decided to just reinvent that whole game from the kind of the bottom up to create a really new, vivid experience.
Okay.
So in Wits and Wagers, no one will know the answers.
Yes.
You'll write an estimate. They'll all get flipped over, and then you bet on whose answer you think is closest. So you can bet on your own answer, you can bet on someone else's answer, you can split your bets. So that's the core mechanic.
Yeah.
In this game, everyone is a character. And so if you bet on your headquarters, you activate your superpower. And so you're trying to figure out, based upon how all these answers come out, if I activate this superpower and you activate this, and you collaborate under a clock, you've got a minute to try to figure out how to cover the most answers in the best way, and you're trying to predict how that team might react.
Yeah.
And at the core of the whole thing...
Happy salmon.
Happy salmon. Great game. Too loud.
Yeah.
That game is too loud. And then you're trying to predict, and it's the backbone is, what do you think the right answer is? Because there's only one right answer, but you never really know. You think it might be here, and then someone else thinks it's over here, and you're trying to figure out, well, how do we cover the best odds?
Okay. And so you got the voting, betting aspect into it, but it leaves it simple enough that anyone can pick up and just, let's play.
Yeah. Yeah, so it kind of, on the development side, we wanted to release it as the 10-year anniversary edition, which would have been in 2015.
Yeah.
So we started working on it in 2013, and it was just a really hard design to get right. And it started off with too much gamery stuff.
Yeah.
And we were doing this and this and this, and it was fun, and some people loved it. Some people were like, anytime it's out, I'm buying it. But it just felt like it wasn't getting that spark that we wanted. There was just too much stuff that wasn't fun. And so all of the superpowers now are very clean, easy, excuse me, easy to explain, and then more importantly, easy to do. It's not like lots of stuff and, oh, did you do this? Oh, I think it's 2. It's just like, boom, we're done. And then at the end of the round, you just take your 2 guys back, and you're like, next round.
Awesome.
So, yeah, and then getting the feeling of being a superhero or a villain was was really core to the game. So we've created individual characters.
Those are awesome.
So that's the Speedster. The Speedster is so fast, if she goes to her headquarters, she can jump to the next and adjacent answer. After the answer's been revealed, she can just speed over there and be like, I'm heading there. So the theme in this case helps explain the game. So that helps, you know, it actually helps make the game a lot simpler to explain, and it's not a complicated mechanism. So here's her headquarters. You can see she's got a car. Here's some of the art on the back.
The art for this game is so fantastic.
Should we show some of it?
Oh my god.
This is not final. It's all still getting better.
How you doing?
This is Andrew's favorite one right here.
Yeah. Although I gotta say, I love this guy.
Yeah.
Who just doesn't care.
So that's the Wizard of Oz. If you look at the Wizard of Oz, here's his headquarters. He used to be a magician, but now he's a supervillain.
Nice.
If the Wizard of Oz, let me find this cool character. If the Wizard of Oz bets in his headquarters, he can pick up the odds and just rearrange them any way he wants.
Oh wow.
What a joke.
So all the villains kind of mess with people's plans,
Yeah.
and all the heroes work together. So for instance, if she bets on her headquarters, she can go to either adjacent place. And this one is a portal. So if portal, she's like a theoretical scientist. When she bets in her headquarters, she can stick a portal somewhere and she can send people there.
Okay.
So in this situation, if they're close to each other, you can bet here, come over here, and then jump over to into the portal.
Nice.
So you'll see situations where these synergies come up and you're trying to figure out where to go. And all these things are getting disrupted by the villains. Like the Dragon Rider, if she bets in her headquarters, no hero can go there.
Okay.
So that blocks this.
Yeah.
The Crusher is the meanest goldfish in a mech suit ever to come to this planet. If he bets here, he has to crush an adjacent headquarters.
Oh, okay.
And so sometimes he crushes his villains because he just doesn't care. But he'd rather crush a hero. That would be removed from the game and you would slide over here, in which case that would have been useless. And so as you're trying to figure out where they're going to bet and how it's going to affect the whole thing, and you're under the clock.
It's a very neat aspect of the strategy, trying to figure out where on the board to go now.
Exactly.
Cool twist.
Yeah. So it's got that core Wits and Wagers mechanic, party game mechanic, but then a layer of like really interesting synergies that that every time there's a new layout, it's like a little puzzle that you're puzzling out as a team to figure out how you want to play it.
Okay. When can we expect to see this out?
We're going to kickstart it on May 7th,
Okay.
and it should be released at Gen Con.
Very cool.
It's coming up.
Yeah.
Coming up. All right, I got one more thing to say. There are also expansions, and so we're still working on these. But at the beginning of the game, you can choose your team. So you'll have like up to 5 different supervillains, and you'll choose the ones that you want based upon how you want to, how they work together, and same with the hero side.
Very cool. I'm looking forward to this one. It's gonna be a good one.
Hey there! Thanks for watching. If you want to see more videos like this, give us a like and hit that subscribe button, and we'll see you next game.